World exclusive bombshell. Senior DOJ Epstein investigator reveals that Epstein was CIA, confirms rapes occurred while Bill Clinton was on plane, says of President Trump, he's protecting a lot of other people, but not himself because there's nothing there. Like, how would that work? Like, is he protecting, like, because he doesn't want it to get out that America was involved? If that's real, like, that'd be crazy. I've interviewed all of the victims. There's never been an instance where Trump was on the plane with these kids and rapes occur. But what that can't be said for Clinton, and it can't be said for others. The DOJ didn't want to go after him, Epstein, because he's an asset for the United States and Israel. It's not been talked about yet. It's soon to come out that Epstein was a CIA informant. Dude, freaking huge if true. Like, okay, if this is true, I can kind of see like Trump. I can kind of see Trump even if he's not involved. Okay, there's two different things though. Either he's protecting people or he's waiting for the perfect time for like to get like airtight evidence that like people can't escape from, right? If it's the first one, then it's bad, obviously. Like I would say it's bad. I'd say it's bad, obviously, right? You know me. I'm not just gonna simp for Trump if he does something bad, right? So if it's the first case, it's bad. If the second case, like kind of huge, honestly. If Trump is actually just waiting for that, like for some reason, like he needs more information or he wants to make sure that they can't weasel. Because the thing you have to consider is like these people are absolute fucking worms and they're gonna wiggle their way out of anything, right? So like if Trump and say like Dan or Cash, like say like their investigation is not completely airtight, then like they can get out. Does that make sense? I mean, wouldn't you do that? If you were Trump and you knew that they were gonna like worm their way out of stuff, wouldn't you also wait to like get as much info as you can to like absolutely nail them, right? So it's possible. I don't know. It's also possible that he's just protecting them for some nefarious reason, I think. But I mean, the point is, I don't know. I don't know what the reason is, right? There might be some reason behind it that I don't know yet. Dice Spice says never play your hand too early. Yeah, exactly. But anyway, let's watch the video, the undercover video.
It's not talked about yet, but it'll soon come out that he was a CIA informant.
He was a CIA informant.
He wasn't a CIA. I think he's protecting a lot of other.
You know what's kind of sad though? The thing that's a little bit upsetting is like if the second theory is correct and that they were just waiting for the right time because they're trying to gather all this information, this actually tips off the bad people. So like this actually could fuck them over, like in their investigation. So we'll have to see.
He's not protecting himself because there's nothing there, but he's protecting a lot of people.
Oh, he talks about it. Okay.
And it's a hoax. It's the case like a hoax or something. I mean, come on, you know it's not a hoax. He's been on the plane, many times. Mm-hmm. It's just he was never on the plane with him.
So this guy is apparently the Jeffrey Epstein investigator for the DOJ.
I've seen the itineraries and I've interviewed all the victims. There's never been an instance where Trump was on a plane with these kids and a rape occurred. But that can't be said for Clinton, and it can't be said for others. While the Clintons were on the plane, while Bill Clinton was on the plane, there were rapes that occurred.
Holy shit.
Overheard at Phoenix Airport on September 8th, 2025. A senior Justice Department investigator who personally worked on the Epstein case tells all.
Do we know that, though?
Who has reviewed Epstein itineraries and has interviewed Epstein.
Okay, there we go.
Drops a bombshell. He says that the DOJ did not want to go after Epstein because he's a CIA asset. That the evidence from his investigation confirms that Bill Clinton was present.
See, this is kind of what I was talking about before with like the Epstein video. This is honestly like a little bit conspiracy, a little bit tinfoil, but if you were like in charge, right? If you were like Cash or something and you were looking into the Epstein stuff and you were like, we found out that Epstein didn't kill himself and that he escaped actually. And that they set up some kind of weird like double thing, right? And they wanted to get him, they would just pretend like he actually did. Like I would, if it were me, and my concern was actually catching them and like actually catching the people involved, I would be like, oh yeah, we looked into it and like, yeah, completely, totally airtight that like Jeffrey Epstein definitely did like isekai himself, right? And you would say that basically to make it seem that you don't know so that you don't tip him off. This is why like the police get so fucking mad at like when people leak stuff and they get ahead of the police because it can actually fuck up their ability to catch the person. Wouldn't he be more of a liability alive though? How so? It's not like he's like, I mean, I guess it's not like he would be doing stuff out in public anymore, right? So
for alleged rapes on the Lolita Express, and that President Trump was not present for the rapes that Glenn... Prager investigated, but that he is protecting a lot of other people that were.
How about this whole Epstein thing that's like going on?
I worked on that case. I used to interview all the victims. And my picture was 20 to 30 victims in Palm Beach that I was interviewing and dealing with and stuff like that. And then we go ready to go to trial, and they would flip. Epstein would just pay them off. And they were just like these little kids. They pay off their family. They're all broke kids and poor families and all.
This part's true though. Like there's documentaries about this basically where Epstein did do this stuff.
So you pay him off like anywhere from $150 to $500.
In fact, like what would happen, and this is actually a true story. What would happen with Epstein is Epstein would basically do this to like young women, like girls, and then he would basically be like, don't tell anyone about this and bring me your friends and I'll pay you big money. And there have been girls that came out and said that this is true, basically. In fact, one of the girls took part in it and like they super regret it, like obviously, but they talked about it.
There's nothing in that guy's world.
Prager there describes how the victims that he interviewed were paid off by Epstein right before going to trial. Prager has worked as an investigator inside the Department of Justice for over 20 years. According to Prager's LinkedIn About page, it says that during the tenure at DOJ, Prager served as an inspector overseeing sensitive investigations involving major DOJ components, including the FBI, DEA, Bureau of Prisons, U.S. Marshal Service, ATF, and the U.S. Attorney's offices. This seems to corroborate what Prager told us. He was tasked with interviewing Epstein's rape victims.
Everybody has a price, I guess, to salty snacks. Well, to be fair, the girl who did it, as an adult now, she like heavily regrets what she did, and she was a dumb kid. So like it's kind of hard to, at least for me, it's kind of hard to like fully judge them because they're like a retarded kid, right? And they don't really know, they're offered like huge fucking money and like huge amounts of money that like you've never seen before because you like don't have that much money yourself. Because he would target like people that were like didn't have as much money, right? So it's kind of like I can understand them doing that because they're dumb.
And investigating flight logs. On his backpack in the airport, we spotted an embroidered FBI patch, which caught the attention of our citizen journalist.
I'll tell you this, because no.
Wait, what? Why would you have that? Why would you have that? The official FBI merch. Yeah, what the fuck? Shai says offered huge money from someone that's already taking advantage of you in the worst ways. It's both a reward and a shield against further mistreatment. That's true. That is true. Because like you also don't know like what they could do to you, right? If they could get away with that. Yeah, bro got the pre-order
patch, which caught the attention.
It's like an FBI, like those anime bags where they put like fucking patches and like keychains inside and pins. It's like that, but the FBI.
Of our citizen journalist.
I'll tell you this, because it's not talked about yet, but it's soon come out that he was a CIA informant.
He was a CIA informant.
He was a CIA.
Although many have suspected it to be the case, this is the first time a Department of Justice official has confirmed that Epstein worked for the CIA and is a foreign asset.
So the DOJ was settling a case, and they were just letting him, do house arrest and they minimized his arrest. Part of that is because all the victims kept on flipping, and they didn't have anyone to go to trial with. The more importantly part is they didn't want to go after him. He's a asset for the United States and Israel.
Classic.
For the CIA. I just know
Classic.
And that's why he was protected so long for this. And people turned a blind eye about all this garbage that he was doing in the United States. He had a lot of secrets. More about Israeli stuff than anything else.
Guys, how did this happen? I'm just being real. Like, how did this happen? Like, how did we get into a position where you can't even say anything about them? Like, you can't even say anything about Israel. Like, you can't even be like, yo, this is kind of sus. What's going on here? You can't even say that without being literally like, oh, wow, you want to do another Holocaust? Like, you can't, like, what the fuck? It's like they keep doing like sus shit. They keep doing it, and then like there's always cases of like America just being like, yeah, we'll help them no matter what because like we love them so much. I was like, oh my god, bro. Like I like our allies, okay? Like obviously we have allies in the world. And obviously I like them more than their enemies, but like holy fuck, man. Can we stop fucking simping? Can we stop simping? Like can we America has a lot of problems. We got a lot of our own problems. Can we like do our own problems, you know? Like I'm just tired of it. Like why is our money going to like other people? Like I don't get it. And like anytime you say anything like this, oh, it's because you hate Israel and you want the Jews to be genocided. It's like, bro, like, I didn't even say anything remotely to that. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous, man. I'm so
he was doing stuff for Israel and the United States. He was, he's working for both.
Penis Prager. Guys, I like, see, the thing is like, I feel like I have a very nuanced take on this. Like, I like Dennis Prager. Like, I think the stuff he has to say is pretty good. Like, I think he has good advice. Like, I've seen his fireside chats. You know, obviously he's going to be like, he likes Israel, right? Obviously, because he's Jewish, right? But like, you know, in the same way that I'll give you a good example. In the same way that I like Japan, I have family in Japan, right? I love Japan. But here's the thing: if America went to Japan, then fuck them. You know what I mean? If Japan is fucking over America, then fuck them. That's how I feel about it. Like honestly, and it's like I'm America first before everything. I don't give a shit, right? Like America is the one I care about, number one. And if America gets in a fight with anybody, I'm on America's side 100%. It doesn't fucking matter, right? That being said, I think you can kind of divorce the things that Dennis Prager says because he has, I mean, you gotta admit, he's got good videos about economy and like capitalism. He is kind of like a grandpa figure for a lot of people because he has just pretty good life advice on like how to be like a good person and how to like live well. I think that has nothing to do with like, you know, him being Jewish or whatever. I don't really think that's like a demerit or anything like that, right? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm just like, it's like I said, I feel like my take on it is very nuanced. Like, I don't hate Israel, but can they stop fucking around with us? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. I can't believe Leaflit got the call. Awesome, Mitch, for bidding Gabagool. Thank you so much for the biz. Also, like, what call? Where's my money? Like, I didn't get any money. Where's my fucking money? Where's my Israel money? You know what I mean? Like, if I'm gonna get like called an Israel shill, where's my Israel money? You know, I'm not getting it. You know, hit me up.
Glenn Prager, the Department of Justice investigator on the Epstein case, then talks about whether President...
That's what Nux said. Like, you're out here doing it for free. Yeah, like a fucking Israel Janny, dude. Like, what is this?
Trump was involved. Many are trying to tie Trump to Epstein, but what...
No, it's like gave them my account. It's yeah, I don't know. It's like I said, like I feel like you can have a nuanced take on it, right? Like I feel like there are definitely some people that kind of go off the rails and they just like blame Israel for like literally everything. Like, oh, the weather's getting hotter. Israel. Oh, this thing happened. Must be Israel, right? It's like. It's like, guys, like, I feel like there's a little bit of nuance. I feel like Israel does some sus shit. You know, Hamas obviously does some fucked up shit. So it's kind of like, do I have to pick a side? Can I just say Team America? You know, I mean, like, it's that simple. Like, I'm Team America. It doesn't fucking matter. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really give a shit. Like, just being real, I don't really care about like, well, it's not that like it's not that I like when people die. Obviously, I don't like it when people die. I think that's a terrible thing. But I'm just being real. Like 99% of my care is America. So it's like Gaza, like honestly, like, is it bad that people are dying? Sure, but like I just don't have enough care for it. You know what I mean? Like I just don't. Like, is Israel gonna get into like another war? Is like Ukraine gonna get into another war? It's like I'm literally the heat map. You guys know the heat map meme? This is literally me. I care about my family. I care about my family. I care about God. I care about my family. I care about my town next, and then I care about my state next, and then I care about the country next. Do you see what I mean? Like it's like a you know, those Russian dolls, you know, the little dolls where you put the doll inside the doll inside the doll. It's kind of like that. It all starts with my family. I care about my family the most. Then I care about, obviously my friends, God, the Christian community, about my local community, like my town, like my neighbors. I care about that. Then the state, love Texas, and then America. And then the entire rest of the world is like all the way over there, like all the way over there. Like, just for me, it's like, should we help Israel? And it's like, well, is that going to help us? Do you see what I mean? Like, it's kind of simple. It's not really that complicated. It's like, oh, should we help out Ukraine? Okay, well, does it help us? Should we help, like, this country? I don't know. Does it help us? Is there like a reason we should do it? I'm not about just giving free shit to everybody. Like, I'm sorry. Like, the reason why I'm not is because I see fucking homeless people in the streets over here. I see homeless people in the streets. I see I see people, like young people, having no hope because, the housing market is fucked. And they're like, how am I even going to afford a house? Because like the prices of everything is fucking insane. And yet we're like, let's give money to people across the world. Like, I don't fucking get it, man. I'm just being real. So again, just to recap, my take on it is kind of more nuanced than like Israel's the best, literally best ally ever, and like Israel's literally the worst. Like it's kind of a little bit more nuanced than that. It just depends, right?
Glenn Prager says is that Trump wasn't present during the inappropriate sexual behavior that he was investigating. But Prager does say that Bill Clinton was, backed up by his experience interviewing the victims and reviewing the Epstein Lolita Express itineraries. Quote, they killed the Epstein list to protect the Clintons.
They claim that.
Here's the other thing that kind of drives me off the wall is like, say like this is true, right? I don't know if this is true. This could be conspiracy. I don't know. This could be this guy again. Like he could be trying to impress a woman and just like, just like big dicking it basically, just like playing off that he knows like way more than he does. Like definitely possible, right? But like, let's assume for a second that this is true and that Israel is fucking around with us, right? It's not anti-Semitic to be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Why are you guys fucking with us? I thought we were friends. Why are you doing this, right? That doesn't mean that you hate Jews, right? Like, it's ridiculous. And like, they make this like weird conflation that like, oh, if you criticize Israel at all, that you hate Jews. It's so stupid. Like, it's almost as retarded. Like, I'm just being real. It's almost like the right side that does this like, oh, Israel's like the best ever. There's like nothing they could do wrong. Like, those people are just as retarded as the commies. Like, I'm just being real. Like, they're literally the same, basically. Like the leftist woke commies, they're like the same level of retarded, basically.
That Trump's involved.
As like I said, I had a friend in Israel. God bless, she got the fuck out of there. But like, I have friends who are Israeli, and I got nothing against Israelis. Like I just care about America.
Rapes and all that stuff.
And everyone else should care about their country first. Obviously, Israel should be looking out after Israel. France should be looking after France. UK should be looking after UK. Sure, fine, but we should look out after ourselves too. I'm just tired of like this fucking world charity United States, and then people start bitching when they don't get their way. They just fucking cry. It's like the situation would be completely unfair, and America would be like, okay, listen, like this is unfair. Like you guys are tariffing us like a fuck ton, right? So like we're just gonna tariff you back, and they just fucking bitch and cry. It's like, bro, we're just asking for equal treatment. We Americans are asking for equal treatment, and you're fucking crying that you don't have preferential treatment. Like, this is ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, it's so stupid.
I mean, I've seen the agendas, I've seen the itineraries, and I've interviewed all the victims. There's never been an instance where Trump was on a plane with these kids and a rape occurred. But that can't be said for Clinton.
Six Mike says, shouldn't we help out other nations, or should we go back to isolationism? It's very simple. We should help out other nations if it's in our benefit. That's it.
And it can't be said for others. I remember that it was being killed because I know Clintons were on there. And
The Clintons were on there.
100%. And while the Clintons were on the plane, while Bill Clinton was on the plane, there were rapes that occurred. And that's what I'm saying. Trump, although as many flights as there were and all that kind of stuff, and on the island and all that stuff, he was never there during a single alleged rape. But Clinton for sure, and that's where the big cover-up was.
The Department of Justice investigator inside the Trump Justice Department says that while Trump may not have been present during the crimes that Prager investigated, it is clear that Trump is, quote, protecting a lot of people.
I don't know what's new that I have never seen that he's so hesitant to now show what's going on. You know?
Dude, he's got to know something. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Either he is compromised, which is both situations. The first situation is more bad. Is if he's compromised, he's actually protecting people. That's obviously bad. And like, obviously, I would say that's a very big L for Trump. But yeah, like it is possible he's just he's holding on to it.
I think he's protecting a lot of other people. He's not protecting himself because there's nothing there.
I mean, it is actually possible he's protecting himself too, because like if they are going to kill him, basically, if they're going to kill him or his family, basically the people he cares about, right?
But he's protecting a lot of people.
The citizen journalist boarded American Airlines Flight 1634 and landed in D.C. Monday.
Romy, thank you so much for the gift sub. Thank you.
And proceeded to go to dinner.
Thank you for the follow as well. Thank you.
This DOJ investigator at a restaurant called Blue Duck Tavern. Glenn Prager dislikes the fact Trump said the Epstein scandal is a hoax, but he also says, according to the evidence from his investigation, that Trump is not covering up for himself.
Because Trump's now saying it's a hoax, it's the case is like a hoax or something. I mean, come on, you know it's not a hoax. He does a lot, says a lot.
You know what the problem here though is if it's true. Actually, no, wait, because he can't fucking tell anybody. He would only tell his most trusted people. I feel like Trump is he doesn't. I feel like Trump doesn't trust anybody, which is like good because he did get fucked over a lot, right, the first time. So like he probably doesn't trust anybody. So like even if he did have some kind of plot in which like he knew, he wouldn't tell anybody except for like his absolute closest people, like maybe like JD or something like that, right? Like, he wouldn't tell anybody.
He's been on the plane, many times. Mm-hmm. It's just he was never on the plane.
I mean, just look at this guy, for instance, right? Can you imagine if like Trump told this guy, listen, man, we got them, but we're gonna have to lie just a little bit, just so that they don't know, and then we're gonna get them. It's gonna be big, right? Like if he told this guy would fucking be ratting to everybody, right? So it's like
people want to tie it to him and say he's covering up for himself, but he's not.
Now, this is a very good thing for President Trump and seemingly exonerates him from many people who claim that he was doing something inappropriate himself. This dinner went on for an hour and 45 minutes as this Department of Justice investigator revealed things to a stranger that the leadership of the FBI and the Department of Justice has not. Prager revealed more information about Trump's hesitation to be fully transparent with the Epstein case, gave us some details about internal gripes against FBI Director Kash Patel from within the FBI, and he detailed a developing feud between Kash Patel and Attorney General Pam Bondi. If you'd like to see more of that conversation in the restaurant, you may subscribe to OMG and find it on our website.
Who is like the one name where you're like, oh my God?
Here he is.
What?
Hey there, is this Glenn?
Yes.
You work for the Department of Justice, correct?
No.
You don't work for the Department of Justice. You had a patch on your backpack that said FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, in the airport.
Yeah.
And you talked about how you interviewed the Epstein people, all the Epstein victims. Do you recall that conversation?
I didn't. No. How can I help you?
I wanted to confirm that you, in fact, did work for the department. Hang on with the phone.
Do you think he just made it up? What do you think, chat? You think Glenn Prager is just bullshitting? You think he's just trying to get into some girl's pants? He's just fucking making shit up? He's just making shit up because he wants some ass? It's possible, yeah, it's possible. That he just has, he's just LARPing. He's like the FBI patch. He's just LARPing. It's possible, yeah. He would have just said it, man. Well, I mean, it's going to be pretty easy for them to find out, right? Like at least where he works. I'm pretty sure they already know. Otherwise, they wouldn't really insist. I'm pretty sure that like O'Keefe is not he's not like a total retard, right? Like he probably knows already. Like his work history.
Let's try calling him again. Glenn?
I'm not talking to you.
He just wants him to say it.
Well, I don't know who you are. I'm not talking to you.
You already did speak to my friend.
Now stop talking. I don't know who you are.
I'm a journalist. I need your help, sir.
I'm not talking to you or any journalist about anything.
Did you interview the Epstein victims?
I can't talk to you.
Sir. On the heels of releasing this story, I wanted to emphasize just how touching it was for me to see Erica Kirk stand on stage in front of those 74,000 people in a stadium and say that she
Dude, this man needs some freaking protection. Like, seriously, this guy needs like serious security protection.
forgives the assassin who killed her husband, Charlie Kirk. I actually took this photo standing right in front of her when she did that, and I wept.
Because this guy's doing so much
Standing
work.
next to me also wept. In the couple days that followed since that
He's doing so much work to just like kind of he's broke a lot of crazy
Sunday,
cases.
it dawned upon me that equally as important as forgiving those who trespass against us is for those of us, the living, to achieve justice and accountability for the bad actors behind the scenes corrupting this country. We must have a Department of Justice that is actually about justice. If we do not have any accountability for bad actors, good people, even God-fearing people, are going to resort not to forgiveness, but vengeance. We cannot allow that to happen. And the only solution is exposure, journalism, sunlight, as the best disinfectant. When the leadership in our government is not forthcoming and
You
transparent
guys remember when journalists were really hardcore? And now like a lot of them are just like huge pussies. They're just like huge like pussy government shells.
matters they should be, you will see men on the front lines, men on the inside, like this Glenn Prager guy, who are familiar with the files, familiar with Epstein, familiar with who's on the airplanes. Indeed, he's the guy who actually interviewed all the victims in Palm Beach. Well, you'll see people like this be forthcoming and honest when their leadership isn't. I recognized Prager's life is now changed forever. You might be tempted to focus on that and focus on him personally. We have no doubt that no matter how much proof is provided by me, the powers that be will deny, deflect, personalize, and cover all of this up. You may wonder how it is these guys in our government so brazenly open up to total strangers in airports about national security secrets. Please note, this isn't about him or Glenn Prager. It's about...
See, but like he was saying, right? He was saying like he doesn't know like why Trump is hiding it. This guy's a perfect example of why Trump would be hiding it.
Opening the floodgates of honesty from other men who are just like Glenn Prager, but who never wanted to be involved. We're just following orders. Prager lived with these secrets, and the horror of what he knows lives on his conscience, the weight on his shoulders. He lives with the guilt for knowing the truth. That is why he was so forthcoming in public in the airport. That is why others with national security secrets will continue to be so forthcoming to our army of citizen exposers. And there are many more out there like Glenn Prager. And now, right now, you who are watching must come forward and tell the truth and be transparent. Be a hero and do the right thing. In the last few weeks, I've reached out to top officials of the Department of Justice.
All right, I got you, fam. The aliens are real. They use a spacecraft that use gravity anomaly technology by using element 115 out of not Area 51, but a base close to Area 51. Yeah, they're like the little gray aliens, yeah, and then they've been flying around. They have a mothership in the Bermuda Triangle that creates drones, and the drones like manufacture like alien spacecraft, and then they take off. They're actually like from the bottom of the ocean, and then they go out, and then they do their little mission, and they come back.
Justice repeatedly ahead of these reports. Our attorneys even sent a letter to the FBI Director Kash Patel. There seems to be more of an interest, generally speaking, in covering
Antarctica. That's right.
Their ass.
They come from the hollow earth. That's true. That's right. That's right.
While we
yeah.
expect that of the previous administrations, we expect better of the Trump administration and those who campaigned on the promise of transparency. Now, I was advised that reaching out far...
Oh, I got more. Epstein didn't kill himself, and neither did Hitler. Yeah, he got away. He went to Chile. Julio's great great grandfather.
Far ahead of time would lead to this story being suppressed. Something that my team, and I dare say all of the people who actually voted for this administration, can't comprehend. But these reports are going to continue coming out, and they will not be partisan or political. They're going to...
Then he went to Argentina first, and then he went to Chile because they were on to him in Argentina. Yeah.
Across the political divide. Because this is not a political mission, and I am not a political person. It is my mission to clean up society through transparency, accountability, and the truth. I wrote last week the legacy of Charlie Kirk is to do the right thing for the right reasons. And reflecting on his legacy, I saw a remarkable change within him in the last couple years, but especially the last couple months of observing him from afar and also knowing him personally. I reached out to Charlie to solicit his advice ahead of this story. I was expecting Charlie Kirk to express the same reluctance as the top DOJ officials relayed to me. The same officials that Charlie, no doubt, in some part or in some way, matter, shape, or form, helped to get their jobs in the first place. I told Charlie I was conflicted about what to do, and Charlie Kirk's last words to me were, "James, you should be a journalist first."
Damn. Dude, isn't it crazy like how much Charlie Kirk has influenced people? Like if you actually like, there's been so many stories coming out from like these like influential people telling like the stories about how Charlie Kirk was like the one that they asked for advice, despite the fact that he was really young, right? Like he was like in his like early 30s, right? But like you had people like JD Vance asking him for advice, which is like JD Vance asking him for his advice, O'Keefe asking him for advice, like tons of other people asking Charlie Kirk for advice. It's just crazy. Just kind of shows you like the level of wisdom he had for like a young person, you know. Oh, Department of Justice. This individual who worked at the Department of Justice as a program analyst over 15 years ago. He has no understanding of or access to or underlying facts of the investigation. His statements should not be considered accurate, and it's disgusting that someone would further exploit victims of sexual abuse by fabricating stories for personal benefit. Okay, well that's what they're saying. I mean, it's a likely story, honestly. Like I don't. It's possible. It's possible that that's true. Yeah, in fact, it's probably the most likely story. But I'm sure they could find out his work history and if he's still working kind of in there. Unless he doesn't work, unless him quitting was a part of getting like more access. I don't know.
This kind of journalism is dangerous, legally taxing, and certainly not profitable. If we are continue to uncover these dark truths, we need your help now. Please donate to our 501c3 nonprofit, Citizen Journalism Foundation, to continue funding these types of investigative reports. The nonprofit, again, is called Citizen Journalism Foundation. The donations are fully tax deductible, and information can be found at o'keefemediagroup.com.
Man, you know who else was a really hardcore journalist? Freaking Alex Jones. Like Alex Jones in like his early days, dude like freaking hiding in the crawl space of like buildings to like infiltrate like actual Metal Gear shit, dude. Like actual Metal Gear. Like he went into like, it was either like a closet or like a crawl space of a building. Like he went in there and like hid in there, like to basically like sneak out later to like get footage of the Bohemian Grove. Yeah, it's actually real. Yeah, he was hiding in the woods. Yeah. He snuck in and he like hid there. Yeah.
/donate.
Alex Jones is so funny. I love watching Alex Jones. Like I feel like he's just very passionate, you know, and like he's very. The thing is like, you know, people got mad at him because like he gets things wrong, right? But let's be real. Which journalist is always 100% accurate? Right, you want to talk about Alex Jones like having like Alex Jones fucking up a news story? The mainstream media fucks up all the time. In fact, the mainstream media fucks up more than they get right. Like, I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear the Alex Jones fucked up with the Sandy Hook thing. I don't want to fucking hear it. Like after like the mainstream media fucks up every day, you know, like it's so fucking stupid, man.